The diamond on the engagement ring suddenly felt heavy and cold as it sat on my nightstand. Sarah, my fiancée, stood by the granite kitchen island, eyes lowered, dropping the absolute bomb. She needed space to figure things out. I saw a familiar face tagged in a recent blurry photo on her old laptop. It was Chris, her college fling. My hands shook slightly as I opened the Realtor app, pulling up the listing for the charming craftsman home we had just closed on. The photo of our forever front porch seemed mocking, covered in the bright pumpkins we'd picked out last fall. I took a deep, steadying breath, then methodically deleted every single photo of us from my phone's gallery. The silver lining was technically the papers weren't signed yet, and the house title was still only in my name. I walked out to the garage, pulled the for sale sign out of its box, and stabbed it into the perfectly manicured front lawn. The look on her face when she saw it was pure shock, a cold-hearted masterpiece. That night, I placed the ring back in its velvet box, left it on the kitchen counter, and locked the door behind me. 2 weeks later, I sat across from a sharp, no-nonsense divorce attorney in a high-rise office downtown, talking through the legal logistics of ending an engagement, not a marriage. I had already accepted a full cash, lightning-fast offer on the house. This was going to be a slam-dunk escape. I packed a suitcase, leaving the rest of my belongings for her to deal with. A powerful, silent statement. I canceled her access to our shared streaming services, changed the garage code, and blocked her number. Every move calculated and devoid of emotion. I checked the mail one last time, finding a frantic, tear-stained letter from her begging me to call, but I tossed it straight into a public trash can without a second thought. I drove my old pickup truck out of the city, the rear-view mirror reflecting the glittering skyline fading into the distance. I pulled over at a roadside diner, eating a greasy burger alone, watching local news about a small, quiet town in Arizona. I paid cash for a cheap room above a hardware store and started applying for remote jobs, planning my new solitary life. The silence felt heavy but safe. 2 years had passed, and my new life in the Arizona desert was quiet, simple, and honest. A notification flashed on my burner phone, an area code I hadn't seen in forever. It was Sarah's frantic, desperate mother. I debated ignoring it, but curiosity won, and I reluctantly swiped to answer. Her mom's voice was strained, whispering about an emergency at a suburban hospital back home. She told me Chris, the ex, had been seriously injured in an accident, and they needed me for something major. I hung up immediately, feeling nothing but cold finality. A day later, a text came in from Sarah herself, the message short, sharp, and terrifying. Chris is gone. They found the receipts, Mark. He took the down payment money and bailed. My heart pounded, not from sadness, but from realizing my gut had saved me from financial ruin and a lifetime of emotional quicksand. I walked out onto my dusty porch, looked up at the vast, clear desert sky, and whispered, "I'm not coming back."